For many years in medieval Spain, under the Moors and later in the Ottoman Near East, Jews and Christians lived under Muslim rule. This modus vivendi was possible only because the communities did not have to agree on a set of universal values. In 17th century Holland, starting roughly during the time of Rembrandt, the Sephardic Jewish community began to be increasingly integrated into Dutch society, and a great deal of intellectual and social exchange transpired between Christian and Jewish communities. But Christian toleration of Jews didn't depend on express agreement on fundamental values. Again, it depended upon not discussing those things. These historical examples of religious toleration should remind us about the most obvious fact about our own society, or one of them, which is that we agree about many institutions and practices without agreeing on the reasons we accept them. Most of us share a willingness to be governed under the Constitution, whether or not we like the court. But that doesn't require anyone to agree on any very particular claims about values. The Bill of Rights tells you that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. But we don't need to agree on what values underlie our acceptance of the First Amendment's treatment of religion. Is it religious toleration as an end in itself? Is it a Protestant commitment to the sovereignty of the individual conscience? Is it prudence, which recognizes that trying to force religious conformity on people only leads to civil discord? Is it skepticism that any religion has it right? Is it to protect the government from religion, or religion from the government? Or some combination of these, or some other aims? Well, we don't have to agree about that to agree that the First Amendment's treatment of religion is a good idea. The legal theorist Cass Sunstein has written eloquently that the American understanding of constitutional law is what he calls a set of incompletely theorized agreements. Most people will agree that for the Congress to pass laws banning mosques would be wrong, for example, without agreeing on exactly why. Many of us, myself for example, would mention the First Amendment, even though, as I just said, I doubt we agree about what values it embodies. But others would ground their judgment not in any particular law, but in the conception of democracy and the equal citizenship of our fellow Muslims, neither of which is explicitly mentioned in the Constitution, of course. There isn't an agreed-upon answer, and the point is there doesn't need to be an agreed-upon answer. We can live together without agreeing on what the values are that make it good to live together. We can agree about what to do in most cases without agreeing about why we should do it.